So I actually didn't realize how much I needed new shoes until I got new shoes. I initially got them pretty much because the back here is wearing away like crazy, and it was rubbing on my my heel quite a bit. So I'm like, right, but look, I'm just looking at that now. Look at the holes down there. We'll see that in a minute. But basically, these are worn through. These are really worn through. No wonder I'm having problems with my feet. Oh my god, I didn't realize how bad this was. Which, to be honest, is a testament to how good these shoes are, right? So, I do a lot of walking, like a lot of walking. And I'm pretty heavy-footed. So I go through shoes like crazy. Like, if I get a cheap pair of shoes, it'll last me about 3 months. So I need to spend decent money on decent shoes, not fucking brand names or fashion or style. No, shoes that are designed to handle punishment on the daily. Once every year or once every other year if I'm lucky. These things have lasted me about 2 years, which is better than like 90% of shoes I've ever had. These are, is it Peter Storm? Yeah, these are Peter Storms. They have lasted me a long time compared to most shoes. They've done such a good fucking job. But I think part of the testament to the comfort of the shoes is I didn't actually realize how worn these were until I got a new pair today. Of the exact same fucking shoes, by the way, because they have done me so well. Actually, looking at the Black's website, these are the most highly rated Peter Storm shoes as well. So a lot of people love these fucking things. But if we look underneath here, we can see there's actually holes at the bottom. So those two holes at the bottom line up quite well with that hole there. So my feet were technically, in a roundabout way, touching the ground. And if we look at the thing, look at how worn out those heels are. I had no fucking idea. Like, I've seen it, but I didn't realize. And look, see right there? Look at that. I've actually been having a problem around here under my foot. Like, between the balls, right there. And now I know why. But wow. Let's have a look at this one. Like, can we see through the bottom? We can't see through the bottom of that one. But this one isn't as worn out. But it's still crazy worn out. And again, same things. You can see where all of my pressure of my feet goes, right? All of my pressure goes here and here. Because every single time I've had a pair of shoes that have eventually gone, it's here that's taken the damage. You can see where all my weight goes. Like, I lean here. The problem is that as I walk, I push myself off from there. So I land like this, I do this, and then I push. Like, I actually put pressure down here, and I push my way forward. That is so thin. I could actually poke my freaking finger through that. I don't want to, because I'm going to turn these into plant pots. Because that's what I do. Once my shoes wear out, I will drill holes in the bottom here in several places. Which one place will probably be there. And I fill it up with soil, and I put plants in it. As you can see, we're getting into the autumn months now, so a lot of this have died off, but yeah. I'm going to buy a lot more of these sedums, because they do really well in them, and you can kind of see how they grow through here. And then the shoe over time just starts to develop like moss on it and all sorts, and I just think it looks really nice and kind of rustic. Look at all the moss on that one. I just think it looks really nice. We've got a bunch more under here from over the years ready to go. And we've got my older pair right there. I can't remember if I've actually drilled holes in those. Looks like a spider's made a home in those though, for now. But I think I'll be drilling holes in these ones. For now, I'll be keeping them indoors. I'm actually thinking of keeping those ones indoors as like an indoor plant somewhere. But look at all the moss on that one. I love the way that one has just been completely covered. I think it looks really nice, personally. Especially, again, during the spring and summer when the colours of all it pops. But, yeah, that's what I do. I got the idea from a zoo years ago. It was a bunch of these, like, with sedums as well, actually. I love these things. They grow so easily. All you need to do is take a cutting and then just move it over. And it'll just spread. Like these are from this over here. This needs weeding a little bit. There's actually two in here, but this one is mostly taken over. You can actually see the colours quite clearly at the moment due to the time of year. These tend to flower, I think, at some point soon. You can see some of the older flowers there. These will just be pulled out really easily. But because these are so sensitive, you can see how easily they get pulled out. And then all you need to do is, like, if I pull one of these out, for example, and plant this somewhere, it will just take root and start growing. Never plant these in the ground for that exact reason. But, yeah, you can see one type here, blue, and one type here, yellow. Also, new shoes. Oh. But, yeah, I love sedums, so that's what I'm going to do. What I love about this one in particular for that job is you can see, like, there's a place right here where this is coming undone. This has worn away, and I can actually feel the fabric inside, so if I just cut that with a pair of scissors, that'll be another exit for the plants. There's also another one starting on this side as well, so when the plants start growing in this, you should see some coming out of this side, some coming out of that side, some coming out the front, as well as like here in the usual places they tend to grow. So there'll be a lot of variety in how the plants are coming out the shoe, because it's not as nice if they just come out the top. What you want is a plant that'll grow through like this bit, so it looks like truly wild. So yeah, that's what I'll do. They'll become plants. For now though, I'm going to give them a good clean, because if I am going to use them indoors, which I'm not entirely sure of just yet, but if I am going to use them indoors, I want them to be clean. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure they're nice and perfectly clean, and then I'm going to shove them aside until next year, and I will buy myself some new sedums, some different ones to the ones I've got out there, and I will just plant them in a bunch of shoes, and that should look really nice, hopefully. So yeah, these will be binned, and then I'll just drill holes underneath. Again, like, look how easy that is. Like, that is... It wouldn't take much strength, actually, for me to push all the way through that. So, yeah, I was right to get them at the time I did. But no, Peter Storm, this is just a general everyday guy video. This isn't a sponsor or anything like that. I'm a nobody. I don't get sponsors. But no, legitimately, for heavy-heeled guys like myself, heavy-footed guys like myself that do a lot of walking, especially in British weather where it's like damp and all that kind of thing, these are the best shoes I've found. If you know of any better, let me know, because I am, like, shoes are a big thing for me. Practicality and comfort, number one, right? I want it to last, I want it to be good value for money, and I want it to be able to withstand this kind of weather with daily use, and my heavy feet, so yeah. But they've done me really, really well, so that is what you want. When you buy a new pair of shoes, you want it to look like this. You want these shoes to be battle-worn, essentially, and have scars, and show that they've actually been used and, like, loved over the years. They've done really good. That's actually one of the reasons I like doing this, because to me it feels kind of wrong to just throw these out. I want to give them a new lease on life, and turning them into plant pots just makes for some really nice, unique-looking plant pots. So, yeah.